Hello and welcome to your pick a card reading. Today is a future spouse pick a card reading and I want to find out whether you are going to have kids with your future spouse. Now, if the cards say that you are not going to have kids with your future spouse, I want to find out why. And if the cards say that you are going to have kids with your future spouse, I want to find out how many. I even want to try and find out their gender and their personality traits and whether they're going to take after mama or dada. So if you want to find out whether you are going to have kids with your future spouse, I need you to pick a pile. I have 4 famous cartoon babies here for you to choose from, so you can either pick your favorite cartoon or you can pick the pile that you feel most drawn to. I highly suggest that you go with your first instinct because Spirit is going to guide you towards a pile which has the most accurate information for you. Please feel free to pause the video here if you need more time to meditate over these piles, and I shall see you in your reading. Hello there, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. Now let's find out whether you are going to have any kiddos with your future spouse. Now, straight off the bat, I'm feeling a King of Wands, guys. King of Wands. Your future spouse may actually have some Leo energy, but with the King of Wands, I am actually gaining a lot of 𝒆𝒂𝒆 energy here, a lot of 𝒆𝒂𝒆 chemistry between you both. Very fertile energy here with you guys. Okay, so with you guys, I feel like you are going to have like more of an unexpected pregnancy when it comes to your future spouse, and this card really wanted to jump out here, okay? And I'm not doing reversals for this, Spirit, okay? So we're only going to do the upright cards here. But I do sense that you guys are going to be really in your 𝒆𝒂𝒆 element, worshipping each other, just enjoying yourselves 𝒆𝒂𝒆ally, and I do feel like you are going to unexpectedly fall pregnant, okay? And I think it is something that you're both going to want, okay? And that is why you're both going to decide to go ahead with the pregnancy, because it's like, okay, unexpected, maybe a year before the baby is planned. I even want to say in this situation that there may be a big event on the way and you were both trying to get over that big event before you actually tried for children, okay? So I definitely think it was in your energy field to try for children. I think you had discussed that you both wanted to try for children, but I do think this unexpected pregnancy happens just before, or maybe like a year before you actually wanted to start trying. Now, for you guys, I definitely feel like you're going to have 2 children, okay? I think you're going to have 2 children here. I really sense that the first child is going to resemble you, okay? So whoever's watching this, whether you're mama or dada, or mama and mama, dada, dada, okay, we don't do genders here, but if you are watching this, I feel like the first child is going to resemble you, okay? Or even maybe like 70% of you, 30% your future spouse, okay? But I do feel like the second child is going to heavily resemble your future spouse. Now with your first child, I'm sensing a very earthy energy with them. Now I don't know whether they're going to be like a Capricorn, sun, moon or rising, okay? I feel like your child is going to be very well behaved and very structured. And I don't know whether you are actually a Capricorn, sun, moon or rising, okay? You could have some Capricorn in your chart or heavy Capricorn, and it's this kind of energy that your first child is going to inherit from you. The energy of being structured, okay? Today, all through filming, I have been dropping my cards left, right and center, okay? I don't know what it is today. I've got some clumsy hands right now, okay? Or Spirit is literally like, got a million messages at once for me. Okay, so I definitely sense maybe they're telling me not to use the cards as much, okay? I'm actually going to put them down and just chat for a little bit longer. So I do feel like your first child is going to be very Capricorn-esque, okay? They're going to have this structured energy that is most probably from you. Now, when I consider your second child, and again, I think your second child is going to be unexpected, again, unplanned, unexpected, but you are both welcoming this, okay? And I definitely think it's because you and your future spouse have such a strong 𝒆𝒂𝒆 chemistry, and you've got that matching chemical kind of reaction between you both, that together you guys are really fertile. And if you both went with other people, I don't necessarily think that you'd be as fertile, but it's your two's energy, you and your future spouse's energy is so fertile. Like, you are supposed to be together and you're supposed to make these babies, okay? So that's why the universe is like, there's another baby for you. Like, you guys are doing it around the clock. And you guys are like a perfect chemical match, okay? Your chromosomes both work together so well. And I do think your kids are going to be I actually feel like your kids are going to be really well behaved. Now, your second kid, I actually feel like they're going to be more masculine-esque, okay? I think they're going to be quite masculine. The first kid could easily be a girl. But I do sense like a bit of androgyny with the first child, okay? So I don't know whether they're going to be a girl who's quite tomboyish, or whether they're going to be a boy. But I do, a boy that's a little bit feminine, okay? Or something like that. A boy that's a little bit, I don't even want to say feminine, I want to say like a very soft male. This is a male who is very loving, very caring, and just has that like feminine air to them, like a bit more of an emotional understanding. Like the child that if you say no, the child will understand and they will listen to you, okay? Okay, so that's your first child. Going on to your second child, I do sense more fire energy. They're a lot more like your future spouse. They are most probably an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius sun. I'm really strongly getting that. So much fire energy here with your second child. With your second child, I'm heavily getting masculine energy. Now, again, I really do feel 80% of me wants to say that the second child is going to be a male, okay? But if they are a female, we are looking at a very masculine female. Like a female that wants to like rough and tumble, a female that's got some attitude as well. And again, I don't sense that your second child is going to be really naughty and, you know, really rebellious, but I do sense that your second child is going to have a little bit more of an attitude, okay? This is a child who's going to push your boundaries a little bit, but literally like they've just got a lot more, it's like they're a little adult. That second child is like a little adult. You are going to look in their eyes and you're going to say like, wow, like it's like you've got adult eyes. That's like the best way I can describe it for your second child. Right. Okay. But I really do sense that it is going to be a little bit like your first child is your mini-me and your second child is your future spouse's mini-me. But together your energies are going to work so well, because I do think you're going to find that your children are going to resemble the same kind of relationship that you have with your future spouse, because your first child is so much like you and your second child is so much like your future spouse. Like you guys, you're going to find that your children bicker over the same things that you guys bicker over, okay? But also they're going to have the same bond that you guys have. I feel like with you guys there's a lot of respect in your relationship, and I feel like with your children when they fight okay, because I definitely sense that second child loves a good old like fight, okay, not fisty fight, but loves a good old like, look, that is my toy, you're not playing with my toy, okay? But I do think your children, even though they will argue, they will still have that level of respect for each other. And I do actually sense them both ganging up on you guys. So if you tell one of them off, I think they're going to really stick up for each other, okay? These two kids are going to be like two peas in a pod, all right? They're going to like be so like respectful and so protective over each other. And this really makes me think that one is masculine and one is feminine, okay? One is a male, one is a female, because they are looking after each other and they're always looking out for each other, but they will bicker like all siblings do, okay? They are going to have like big blow-ups, big fights. I mean, one's earth energy and one is fire energy, but my gosh, they've got each other's backs, okay? They really do love each other underneath all the bickering. And I do sense it's like going to resemble a little bit the same relationship that you have with your future spouse, okay? That level of respect that you have for your future spouse is always going to be there between your kids as well. Okay, pile number one. I hope this helped, resonated. I don't know, this is future, so no one can even tell me whether this resonates unless you are watching this and you are just trying to get some clarification on your life. You know, maybe you are already with your future spouse and maybe you already have that first child and you can clarify that this is legit. But yes, okay, I'm gonna leave it as I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I would love you to drop me a like, and if you feel comfortable to do so, please comment down below. Just let me know what pole you claim, even just pop some emojis down there or just say hello. Okay, and if you like content like this, please subscribe, because I really enjoy making content like this for you. And pile number one, I shall see you in your next reading. Goodbye. Hello there, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. Let's find out, already the cards want to speak. let's find out whether you are going to have any kids with your future spouse. Now, instantly I'm picking up twins, okay? I'm definitely picking up twins here. Now, I am not entirely sure whether you are going to have twins or whether your future spouse already has a pair of twins, okay? This may not be for everybody, but I'm definitely sensing that, guys, with you, I feel like your future spouse already has children and they could well be twins, okay? And if they're not twins, it could be one child that you really, really resonate with. And I want to say a little bit like a soul child. Like, this child isn't your blood relation. You have no relation, no connection other than the fact that you marry their father or their mother. But you guys are the same. It's like you can see yourself as a child in this child, and you have this really intimate, strong bond with this child that isn't your blood relation, okay? And yes, I've got the Queen of Swords here, and it does make me think that this child is coming from another, your future spouse's past relationship, okay? I do sense that you are somebody who's very focused on your career, focused on your money, and I actually do sense with you that you're somebody who is neither here or there when it comes to having kids. I think you're somebody who says, if the time comes, you know, I will have a child if the time is right, but right now I'm focusing on my career, right now I'm not really interested in children. And I do think it just so happens that you fall in love with somebody who does have a child, and it requires you to kind of collaborate, okay? Collaborate with your future spouse and that child and be part of this team with the Three of Pentacles here. Okay, and I actually want to say that if this child does come from your future spouse's past relationship, I really feel like this child has had a past life with you, and that's why you have this connection, okay? Because we've got the South Node energy coming up here. I'm feeling South Node past life energy here, okay? And it's bizarre. It's actually really bizarre that this has came up. Now, if this is not your story and your future spouse does not have a kid from a past relationship, okay, I do sense that you may be having twins, okay? I sense that you guys may be having twins, and I do feel like the pregnancy will be planned. I do sense from your energy that you are somebody who does like to make a plan. I sense that you're somebody who likes tradition as well, okay? So I can see you being like, okay, we are together, and then a few years down the line we get a home, and then we get married, and then we have kids. I do sense a lot of strict planning here when it comes to having kids, but you will resonate with this one if you do have twins in your family. If you know that there's twins in your family, or that there's like twins in your distant family, okay, you may be having twins. So there's two scenarios here, but either way, okay, whether these are your twins or whether this is your partner's past relationship's child, whether this is a child from your partner's past relationship, you are going to have this really strong, intimate bond, because these children or this child is from your past life. You have met before, you are in the same soul family, and you're going to find that you guys have so much in common. I really do feel like your child is going to give you a whole new purpose. They're going to make you realize what really matters in life, and I do think they're going to pull you away from like your I want to say you have an air of superficiality to you, but I don't mean that in a bad way. I feel like you are very all about your money, okay? That's the thing, you're all about your money, and money tends to bring you stability, and I think that stability makes you happy. But your kids are going to come along and they're going to show you what truly makes you happy, okay? They're going to help you. They're actually going to help you delve deeper within yourself and heal some things inside you, because I definitely feel like there's some things within you, okay? There's some things that you have hidden deep within you, okay? And it may be from your childhood, and this may be why you have grown up as an adult who does like to distract themselves with their career, okay? But there may be something hidden deep within your childhood that's a bit of a trigger for you, okay? And this child or these children, okay, whether it's a past relationship or whether it's your own children, okay, they are going to help you heal that inner child within you, and they're going to bring you to a point in your life where you see beyond the finances, you see beyond the career, and you can see that happiness doesn't lie in your career. Happiness lies in your Happiness lies in your children, but more so the fact that happiness, I mean, you're gonna be able to reconnect with your soul. You're going to reconnect with your inner child, okay? And you're going to remember what your inner child wanted out of life, what your inner child expected out of life. And I do sense that once you have your children, you may actually change your career path, and it may be more in line with what you wanted out of life when you were a child, okay? You may actually decide to take up a hobby around something that you really enjoyed as a child, and then you may actually move more in that direction and even start your own business, okay? Because I am really actually sensing that you could have some savings, or your partner could have some savings, which does allow you that freedom, okay? That freedom to align yourself back with your soul's purpose, and it's your kids that are going to push you into that, okay? It's your kids that are going to guide you towards your happiness. And I think a lot of people don't realize that our children are actually our guides. So a lot of the time, okay, I'm not going to say all of the time, okay, because I'm not up there now, I'm down here on earth living an earthly experience, but you may find that your children who come down on earth were once your spirit guides. Now your spirit guides, you'll have different spirit guides for different phases of your life. Okay, so in your early years, you'll have a different set of spirit guides to potentially like another phase of your life. Like maybe you'll go into a phase where like even school is a lot different to your childhood or whatever like that, and you may swap spirit guides. I think you get what I'm saying, okay? I'm not explaining it great, but I do think you get what I'm saying. But I do feel like either your partner's past, the child from the past relationship, or your own children, okay? Two scenarios here, I don't know which one it is. They were once your spirit guides, and they were waiting for an avenue into your life. So a lot of the time, our children were once our spirit guides, and we think that we are the ones guiding our children. And to a certain extent we are, because we have to raise them, we have to feed them, we have to tell them what's right and what's wrong. But they are also our guides energetically, okay? We are physically their guides. They are energetically our guides. They can teach us so much, even if it just teaches us to be more of a child again, to resonate with our inner child again, okay? And I definitely think you may be somebody who has a little bit of something going on with that inner child, and your child or your partner's child, they're going to heal that for you. They're going to bring that inner child back out of you so that you can live a life more in terms with your happiness, okay? What you want to do rather than what you think you need to do. All right then, pile number 2, I'm going to leave that there. I hope this helped. Let me know if it resonated. If it did, drop me a like and drop me a comment down below if you feel comfortable to do so. Or you can just say which pile you claimed, or drop me a few emojis, or just say hello. If you do like content like this and you want to see more pick a card readings, please subscribe, because I want to see more of you. Thank you so much for watching, and pile number 2, I shall see you in your next reading. Goodbye. Hello there, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. Let me get myself comfortable. Okay, so let's find out whether you are going to have any kids with your future spouse. Now, with you guys, I really do sense you being in love with your work, okay? I really do sense you being a bit of a career person. Okay, yes, I sense that you're a career person. I sense that you're actually in love with your work. I think you're very much in love with your life, which is absolutely beautiful. And I do sense that you have a very organised energy. Now, I want to say, if you do have kids with your future spouse, I do sense that it will be planned, okay? I do sense that you will be actively trying for a child. But I do sense that you're not ready yet. You don't feel ready yet. I feel like you may be watching this and you may be thinking, I do want kids in the future, but I'm not ready right now, okay? I do actually feel, I'm not going to take that, too many cards. I do actually feel that potentially you're not ready now, because you have got a little bit of inner child healing to do. Now, when you've got inner child healing, okay, please don't get this wrong, it does not mean that you've had a traumatic childhood. It just means that there is something from your childhood you haven't yet worked through, okay? It could even be something as subtle as the fact that your parents had to work a lot and you just didn't get the attention that you needed. So in your adult life, when you think about children, you think about that lack of attention, okay? I kind of want to stick with that one, to be honest. I actually want to stick with that. I want to say that potentially you're at a time in your life where you don't really want to be taking the attention of yourself. You're very happy to have the attention on you. You're very good at giving yourself the attention. And I do think you're at a point in your life where having a child right now, or a new child, you know, you could already have children here, bear that in mind. So with this pile, I could be talking to somebody who has had a child already, and having another child right now just would not work well for you, okay? And I think when you meet your future spouse, you are going to be very invested in like the love aspect of the relationship. Again, you're going to be very invested in yourselves, and I do think you may even have a discussion that you are happy to not have any more kids. Now with this poll, I really do sense that there is a child involved, but I don't sense that it is your child. I sense that either they've got a child, but I really do sense that you may already have a child here. I also sense that your child, if you are the one who has the child here, I do sense that your child is like the apple of your eye. Like your child is, you just think, I couldn't have another child, like I've got so much love for this child, okay? And yeah, you know, your child may be of an age where they've got a little bit more independence, they've gained a bit more independence, even if they've just started school and they've gained a little bit more independence. You know, they don't need their nappy changing anymore, they don't need you to wake up at 3 AM to give them a feed and things like that. I think you're kind of over that. At the same time, I don't know whether you are somebody who actually grew up with children around you. Again, having a child is you look at it very practically, rather than fantasizing over like the emotional fulfillment and like the love you're going to feel and all that kind of thing. I think you have got your mind on the fact that it is a lot of hard work and that you would have to like put aside like all of your goals for a short amount of time. And this really makes me think that you've already done it before. It really makes me think that you have already had a child because you are aware of the hard work that has to go into it. If you haven't already got a child, you may have actually grown up around young children. Maybe you were an older sibling that had to look after a very young child, or you may have like brothers, sisters, cousins, or anyone like that who does have a very young child and you've been very active in their life, okay? Now, I'm going to be honest here. I don't sense a child with your future spouse, but I do sense a relationship with your future spouse that is so emotionally fulfilling, okay, that you just like to revel in the independence of the relationship. And that isn't me saying that people who have children in relationships are people who are unsatisfied in relationships. That's not what I mean at all, but I mean the relationship is going to be more than enough for you, more than enough satisfaction for you. I actually felt somebody watching this and feeling a little bit sad about that and thinking, oh, I'm not going to have kids with my future spouse. And I want to say to whoever that is who's feeling that, because I really felt it in my soul, and they're like, I'm not having kids. This is not your pile. I swear you have chosen the wrong pile. This is not your pile, because if you want kids, like this is all independent energy here. You know, we've got Knight of Wands, which is going for, that's a go-getter kind of energy. It's a very independent, go-getter, creative energy. Yes, we've got creation there, okay? But this, I feel like this is more of an independent go-getter kind of energy. This is your go-getter kind of energy, okay? We do also have the Ace of Cups, but I sense that this is your relationship with your future spouse. You have like so much love for each other and so much fulfillment. But we've got the Nine of Pentacles here, which is that independent energy. You've already got enough, okay? But it's also Pentacles. You're very focused on luxury, your finances and things like that, okay? As I said, I really do feel like this pile may be the pile where you choose not to have kids, okay? Or you may already have a child from another relationship, or they may already have a child from another relationship, and you are past the baby stage and you are very fulfilled with everything that you already have. And I want to repeat, if you are watching this and you are desperate to have children with your future spouse, it's your life. You can do whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. This may not be your pile, okay? I'm really sensing that this is more of the energy of somebody watching this and thinking, yeah, I was neither here or there, or yes, I resonate with that. I am already past like the baby stage with my current child, or we're already past the baby stage with my future spouse's child, and I'm really, you know, neither here or there whether I want another child, because you understand the tough work that goes into raising a child, okay? I do want to say, for this pile, inner child work would be very beneficial. There may be a little something deep within about your inner child, okay? Something about your parent, okay? Your parent, again, this does not have to be negative. But I do think you may be somebody who's actually inherited a similar parent style from one of your parents, and you're actually parenting yourself that way. And I do actually sense it could be a little bit of emotional neglect, maybe just a little bit of emotional neglect. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't really matter what background you come from, okay? This could be actual emotional neglect, or it could actually be unintentional emotional neglect. You know, maybe you had a colder parent, or maybe you had a very busy parent. And again, I do think this has developed like a certain complex in your adult life, okay? I really want to say that. So if you are somebody who does want children in the future, I think you do need to get over this inner child complex, this thing that lives within you first, okay? I really want to say that, yeah, this may develop as you are a more independent person. You do need all the attention on you as an adult. Or it could actually be the reverse, and you kind of neglect your emotional needs because of this, and you don't feel like your emotions are valid and that you deserve the emotion. And potentially you do tend to give external bodies that emotional attention, but you lack it yourself. You don't give yourself that self-love, okay? And if that is the case, like, you need to love yourself first. You need to really work on giving that emotion that you give to others to yourself, okay? Because you're still holding on to that, like, emotional neglect. Okay, so I really do feel like that was a message for somebody. Right, love yourself, put that energy into you, that loving energy into you, and then maybe you'll change your mind about your view on children, okay? Again, that's not for everyone. I feel like this reading is for, like, catering for like 3 different groups of people, okay? So take what resonates, leave the parts that don't. And I do want to say, if you're somebody who does want children, this may not be the reading for you, or it may be that you need to do a little bit of inner child healing first. And then once you put that love into yourself and you understand your needs, you'll be ready to have another child, because there is the fear of putting so much of your emotion, like, if you have a child, okay, if you have a child and you give that child all of your emotion, what's left for you? Okay, what's left for you? Because that child will grow up and that child will leave home, and then you're going to feel empty again. Okay, you want to fill yourself up and then have that child. Okay, you don't want a child to be like an emotional crutch for you. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I don't know whether this resonated. This was a bit of an intense pile, and as I said, I think there were like 3 different groups of people here, so please take what resonates and leave the parts that don't. If you did enjoy this reading and it helped and you resonate, please drop me a like, please comment down below. And if you do like pick a card readings like this, please subscribe, because I would love to see more of you and make more of these readings for you. And pile number 3, I shall see you next time. Goodbye. Hello there, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading, and already we have some cards out. Okay, so with you guys, I was really sensing that there was one child, okay? One child, a very specific child here, okay? And definitely Leo energy. Okay, I don't know whether you are a Leo sun, moon, rising, Venus, okay? Or whether you just got some very heavy Leo in your chart, but I'm definitely sensing that your child is going to have Leo energy, okay? And this may be a Leo female that I'm sensing, okay? I think you may already be able to intuitively feel your future child, and I definitely feel like I'm talking to somebody who knows that they're going to have a child. I think this is somebody who already feels their future child, maybe even goes as far as kind of like being able to communicate with their future child in spirit, okay? There are people who are like very intuitive like that, and they're like, right, I can feel I'm going to have a girl, I know what her personality is going to be like. I really feel like you already have that connection. And if you don't have that connection, you may not realize that some of the feelings that you're having are actually your future child actually sending you those feelings, say, hey, like I'm waiting, I'm coming, like I love you, things like that. All right. So it's very important to bear in mind that children can be previous guides, previous spirit guides. They can also, well, they are part of your soul family, okay? So either way, they're part of your soul family, most probably even past spirit guides. So you've met this child before in a previous lifetime, and you have spoken to this child in spirit before, even if you do not realize it, okay? But there's this Leo energy. This is gonna be like a really flashy girl, and I do think you are going to invest so much energy. I really do actually feel like if this, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female watching this, if you're female, this child is going to grow up and they're going to feel like a sister. You're going to have that kind of energy where it's like two sisters. You're going to love going shopping together. You're going to love like doing your nails together and things like that. I even see you guys like going to the beauty parlor and getting your nails done. Like as soon as your child's like 10, 11 or something like that. I don't know whether that's inappropriate. I have a child, but I have a son. But if I had a little girl, I'd be taking her to the nail salon with me like all the time. But I really do sense like her being like 10 or 11. And you guys both getting your nails done and things like that. And when she's a kid, I can see you both like wearing the same kind of outfits and stuff like that. Okay, you coordinate. But if you are a male watching this, okay, you got a little girl and you two are like two peas in a pod. Like this is daddy's girl all over. And yeah, like I just sense like a really motherly vibe with you. You have this like really motherly energy. Okay, you've got the Justice here. Now, I don't know whether you actually have some heavy Libra in your chart, or whether you're like a Libra sun, moon, or rising, okay? It does make me think that this relationship that you're having with your child is karmic somehow. I actually feel that in a past life, your child was your parent, and you were the child, and now you're doing things like roles reversed, okay? Again, sounds a little bit crazy if you're somebody who's not into past lives and reincarnation and things like that, but I do sense there being roles reversed, and now you are the parent. It's like you're just taking turns having fun being like the parent and the child, and then vice versa, okay? I do sense like a lot of fun energy here. Again, Leo energy is absolutely beautiful. This child really is going to be the apple of your eye. Okay, let's see whether we can get any more information on this. And again, I just think it's going to be this one child with you guys. I really sense this one child with your future spouse. And again, like this child is going to be a beautiful addition to your marriage. You are both going to be extremely connected to this child. But I definitely sense that like sister energy with the mother. Whether you're the mother or the father, there's that sister kind of energy. Like I do sense that your little girl is going to be absolutely beautiful, but again, she's going to be sassy, okay? So bear that in mind, she's going to be sassy, but I definitely think that you can sense, okay, there's either you or your future spouse, one of you are very sassy, okay? I actually sense the female in the relationship. If you're female, if you're in a female relationship with two females, again, there's one of you very sassy, and this child is going to take after the one of you that's like really sassy, okay? I can sense like her being like 3 years old and being super sassy, and you being like, I need to start recording this because I could actually make a TikTok from this girl. Like she's like crazy but fun, and like yes, she's like a bundle of joy. Okay, so she takes after the sassy one in the relationship. Gosh, that was a little bit of a burp. I never usually burp. She takes after the sassy one in the relationship. She's definitely going to become a main player in the relationship as well, okay? I actually sense her coming into the living room and splitting you guys up and sitting in between and just being like, give me a cuddle or something like that. Or if she sees you guys kissing, she's like, ew, stop it. You know, she's like that kind of energy. I think she's gonna make you guys laugh so much as well. And I don't know, I actually do sense the energy that one of you in the relationship is gonna like say, hey, do you wanna have another kid? But I just think like things are gonna be so busy. You're gonna be so busy that you are just gonna remain with the one child in this relationship, okay? I really do feel that. I also, yeah, I want to say, we've got the Ace of Wands here. I do think that is the energy of like, this child is going to be so boisterous and so brash that it's kind of like, should we have another kid? And then it's kind of like, I don't know how she's gonna react if she has a sibling, kind of thing, okay? I know that sounds really crazy, but I do feel like this child is like a bit of a boss. She's a bit of a boss here. Yeah, with the Six of Pentacles, she takes up too much of your time. She's taken up too much of your time to have another child. And I just think like you're so, you three, your energies together work so well. I just think you're always going to be so active that there's just not going to be time for another child. There's just not going to be time for it, guys. And I do think you're going to stick with the one child here. Okay. Pile number 4. I'm going to leave your reading there. I hope this one wasn't too vague, but these are just short readings today. If you like this reading, please drop me a like. Big pause. And if you feel comfortable to do so, please comment down below. Let me know which pile you claim. Pop down there, pop a few emojis down there, or just say hello. Also, if you like content like this, please subscribe because I want to make more content like this for you. And yes, pile number 4. I shall see you in your next reading. Goodbye.